In this video, I'm going to show you the top 20 strongest characters in Naruto Storm Connections, based off of their unique defense stats. Every single character has a different level of defense resistance from level 1 to level 7. This Madara has a level 1 defense resistance, which is basically the weakest in the game, and it is the weakest in the game, at 35.29. We're going to use this ultimate jutsu of Naruto's to determine the damage resistance of each character. Minato is a level 2 at 33.33. This damage resistance. Itachi is a level 3 damage resistance at 31. Guys, 7 unique levels. I can't wait to show you everything. Jiraiya is actually pretty awesome at a level 4 damage resistance at 30. And there's a lot of characters at 30. Zabza is an absolute tank with a damage resistance of about 28 or a level 5 damage resistance. You can see the difference that the damage adds up to and how resilient these characters are. A level 6 damage resistance is Rock Lee at 27, and there's gonna be a unique level 7. Wait till the end to watch those characters. Alright guys, so we're gonna go through all the level 5s here. The top 20 are all level 5s, level 6s, and level 7s. We have Konohamaru here starting it off in the top 20 strongest characters in the game in terms of tanking damage, in terms of being damage resistant. If you were winning games with this character and you didn't know why, or you couldn't beat this character, part of the reason why is he's totally stacked. He's a total tank. And of course, this is Might Guy. This is not the Night Guy version. This is the one in the lower slot. So Horodora and the other one as well. So he is also that level 5 damage resistance, guys, and so is Asuma. So you might want to really think about having at least one of these characters on your team, especially when you run out of substitution bars, so that you can actually tank a ton of damage, a lot more than you would with about 90% of the characters in the game. Yeah, this is like the top 10%, maybe even top 8% or 5% of characters have this unique level 5, level 6, and level 7 damage resistance. And of course, there's a lot more level 5s than level 6s, and there's more level 6s than level 7s. Guys, Jirobo was in there. We had a few others, and this Gaara specifically is the 5 Kage Summit Gaara. We have the Raikage right here, an absolute goat. One of my favorite and best characters, guys. All the Gaaras are different, by the way, so be very careful. That was the 5 Kage Summon. Han! He got buffs all over the place. He's actually one of the best characters in the game. You won't believe it if I tell you, but he's probably top 25, top 30 best character in the game. Maybe a little bit better. He's that good. Now, Rasa. Everybody knows, or most people know, how good he is, but did you know that this might be one of the reasons why you're winning games with him? He has that magical level 5 damage resistance, like all these other characters. Now, the third Raikage, not only does he have this insane damage resistance, he also basically, every jutsu he has, nullifies your guard. It's like you don't have a guard when you're playing him. So he's a fantastic character to build a team around, as well as this Obito, who's a great support character with his fire jutsu, but now we also know he's a massive tank. But did you know that War Toby was also a level 5 damage resistance character? Absolute insanity. Maybe we'll see more War Toby players out there. I think it's just tough crafting a team around him. The problem with that character is they took away his tilt. That was the best thing about him, and in the most unique thing about him. Let's try to get that back in the next patches. Everyone talk about it. Maybe we'll get that tilt back somehow. All right, guys. PTS Rock Lee, a hidden treasure, a hidden gem. I don't see too many of these players anymore, but if you're winning with this character or losing to this character, it might be because he's literally tanking like an extra combo, full damage combo in a game for the most part, or he's just taking more damage in general. So this isn't just on Ultimate Jutsus. Every little piece of damage that you get will have that level 5 resistance. Even if it's a shuriken, even if it's a normal jutsu, even if it's a combo, like a full combo, that damage resistance, that level 5 damage resistance is throughout the entire game. And it's actually much more than like a defense up and attack down tag would do. It's even more than that. And then if you add defense up and attack down, they'll even have more resistance. It's crazy. So, Zubza, we got to see more Zubza players out there, guys. Don't be scared. He will tank that damage. I mean, it's not going to like completely change the game, but it gives you a massive advantage, right? Now, Kajin Koji, if you were wondering, he's actually one of the best characters in the game, and this is part of the reason why he has that level 5 damage resistance. I love this character. I've only started getting into playing him recently. I'm trying to figure out like team synergy and good teams with him. Guys, make sure we have a tons of stuff here to still go through. Make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking, and share this video. All right, guys, Kajin Koji. I was not expecting this one. He's actually a level higher than Jiraiya is. So it's really funny that Kajin Koji is basically a better character than Jiraiya in the game. But on top of that, Jiraiya has a level 4 damage resistance, and Kajin Koji has a level 5 damage resistance. So, now we have Rock Lee. If you're ever wondering why Lee is so good in the game, it's not just his priority. It's not just his awesome jutsus that he has. It's not just his awesome awakening. He has that level 6 damage resistance, guys. Finally, a level 6 damage resistance. Every Rock Lee has it. Every like Shippuden or teenage or adult Rock Lee has it. Level 6, guys. Our first level 6, absolute insanity. I believe this will be a level 6 as well. It's going to be the base form Gaara from Storm 2, right? So that's very interesting. Some of you might be using 5 Kage Summit Gaara when you probably should be using base form Gaara from Storm 2, because as you'll see here, he has a level 6 damage resistance, which is actually even better than level 5 or 4. Now the average is probably like level 3 or level 4, probably level 3, and level 2 and level 1 are just atrocious. So we have another amazing character here, Kasame, with a level 6 damage resistance, guys. I hope to see more Kasame players out there because this really does help him out, and having him on the team and knowing when to tank damage with him might be the difference, and often is the difference between victory and loss when you can switch. When you can switch, say, from Jigen to Kasame or from Momoshiki to Kasame, even though Momoshiki is really good at level 30, right? Or sorry, at level 4 with a 30 damage. Level 6 is much better than level 4 still, right? So it's very interesting. Now we have PTS Gaara, who also has level 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 level 6 characters that I know of. I may have gotten it wrong. If I did, you can put some stuff in the comments. But PTS Gaara with a level 6 damage resistance, absolute insanity. And I know that it's very interesting that this character is not being used as much anymore. I think partially because his Sand Shower was nerfed. But I know Sarasa 6 will be happy to see this Kinshiki with a level 6 damage resistance. What an absolute tank, and it makes sense for him to be there in a level 6. I might even say maybe he deserves a level 7 because he is an Otsutsuki, and he is one of the main characters in Boruto and in the Naruto anime in terms of an antagonist. You know, he's pretty important to the anime. And he definitely deserves level 6, but probably a level 7 as well. Now we're getting into the absolute GOATs, the level 7, the legendary level 7 damage resistance. We have Gaara from the Great Ninja War. Specifically this Gaara and only this Gaara. Guys, it will only do 26.09 damage. There's only 2 characters in this category. Absolute insanity. If you are winning with this game or having trouble beating someone, if you're winning with this character, having trouble beating someone who uses this character, or if people are just ravaging you in ranked with Great Ninja War Gaara, it could be because his defense stat is just maxed out at level 7 resistance. So people could be literally winning games just by using that character. And people most likely don't even know why that character is so good. But now you know a big reason is that defense wins games, guys. It's not, it's a little bit more boring. It's not as cool as attack and offense, but defense wins games. And then we have the absolute GOAT that most people don't know about, Tied with Gaara is Hidan, the immortal warrior of Lord Jashin, guys. Absolute insanity. Those are the two best and strongest characters in the game in terms of tanking.